For this video I'm going to show how I made this adjustable friendship bracelet with a charm attached. To get started you're going to want your longest cords, which will be your working cords, and then your shorter cords, which will be your holding cords for working over. I've knotted the ends of these already, but you can do it at the end. And then you're going to want a cord for using at the end of your bracelet. Taking your holding cords, you want to clip them to your board. And keeping them in order, then clip the other side to the other end of the board. Taking the first of your working colours, you want to put that underneath your holding cords, and then match the ends to find the centre. So once you've got your centre over your holding cords, you can do your first square knot directly onto them. So you can over, and through. And then under, and through. Unlike normal, you don't have to move your cords right to the top here because you're going to be leaving tail ends at both ends. Taking your next colour, you want to repeat this process. And once you've completed your square knot for your second colour, you can push it up against the first colour. Just keep these together, but remember you don't have to do it right to the top. You want a little bit of tail end at either end for tying on afterwards. So once you've got both knots, you can take your first colour and pull it over the top of the tail ends of your second colour, and then just do another square knot. With that one done, repeat that with your next colour. And then just keep doing this until you're halfway through your bracelet. That's the point where you're going to add your charm or your bead or whatever decoration you're putting on. Once you're halfway through your bracelet, you're going to end up with something that looks like this. So then you can remove your holding cords from the bottom of the bracelet and thread on your bead or decoration that you're using. Then you can reattach your holding cord to the bottom of the board again. And then take one side of your working cords and also thread that through. Once you've moved that up into place and made sure it's not catching on any of your cords, you can just repeat the process that you did in the first part of your bracelet. And make sure you do an equal amount of knots at either side if you want it to be symmetrical. Once you've completed your last knots, you're going to end up with something that looks like this. You get a little charm in the middle. So you can remove it from the board, and then making sure that your tail ends are nice and tight, you can trim them and seal them with your lighter. And if you don't want to use a lighter, you can use glue here. Once you've sealed your ends, you want to create your adjustable fastening. To do this, you're going to need something narrow. For me, I can use the board, but you might have to use something else. And then you want to clip both ends to the top of the board. So you've got your top there, but then you've got to also add your other cord. And this bit can be a little bit fiddly. And once you've added those, you can put your clip at the bottom of your board as well, holding both cords this time. And then take your last short cord in whichever colour you picked, and then you're going to put that underneath both of the cords, and you're going to work square knots. So finding the centre by matching the ends, just work a square knot the same way you did at the beginning of your bracelet, but this time over both sets of tail ends. And I'm going to do a few square knots here, but you don't have to do loads if you don't want to. You can get some bracelets that have lots of them and some that only have a few, just as long as you make sure that it feels secure to you. Once you've got as many square knots in your fastening as you want, you can make sure it's nice and tight, and then you can remove it from the board. And you'll end up with something that looks like this. So once again, you're going to repeat the process you did at the end of your bracelet. Trim these ends and either seal them with a lighter or glue. Now I've made the fastening on my bracelet quite tight because I found that over time it can loosen up a bit. But you don't have to make it that tight if you don't want to, but you can see mine, I'm going to put a little bit of force on it to get it closed and the same to get it open. Again, just make it the way you're happy with. I just do this because I know I don't like it when it loosens up and it feels like it's going to fall off. And once you've done it, however tight or loose you want it to be, this is what it's going to end up looking like. So you can put it on and tighten it up, and that's your completed bracelet with charm.